Hi Gemini, I hope you guys are doing great today. This is going to be a general forecast for the first week in August. And I always take a look-see at the astrology, even when I'm just going to do general reads. Just with the cards of the astrology, I like to get a feeling for the week, and there's just too much going on, so I am going to take a few minutes in the beginning to talk about the astrology of what's going to be happening for you guys. If you're not interested in hearing that, then just fast forward until you see me pulling the cards. I'm not going to be time stamping because that takes a lot of extra time and I really don't have it right now. I just kind of did this very impromptu for the first few signs, and I'm like, yeah, this is just what I'm going to have to do. So here's the chart, okay? Now this is just going to be for general, some general messages here for the full moon, but then I want to talk more specifically about the squares and the galactic center and stuff that's going to be happening for Gemini specifically coming up in the month of August. But why don't we talk about for this first week, just in a general way here, we do have this full moon, right? And on August 3rd, and the full moon occurs when the sun in Leo forms an opposition, okay, to the moon in Aquarius. And the full moon is a time of culmination and the promise of fulfillment, that which was started at the new moon, okay? So it's an emotional time. It's a time of romance, of fertilization, of relationships, of things rising to the surface, of us really looking at things. I'll get more specific about what that means in a moment, but the Leo sun is very, very proud and intensely individual, not content with simply being just one of the team, right? The Aquarius moon, while individualistic as well, values independence and the team and community and group spirit and all of that, right? Because it's that 11th house energy. The full moon illuminates this conflict, illuminates the two sides of the coin here, because remember, while we're fighting for our own unique individuation, and we're feeling this very strong because it's an I feel, because it's the moon. When we're dealing with the sun, when we're dealing with Leo, which is that fifth house it's the house of fun, right? We say that, right? But what does that even mean? Like, what are we feeling pushed to become different in? Because Aquarius is, I want to be different, out of the box, unique, my own quirky self, do things my way. In what areas are we going to be feeling that the most, right? Having to do with the Leo energies, well, it depends, because this is a general reading, but you want to see in your own personal chart, those of you who know your charts, look at where do you have 11 degrees Aquarius, where do you have 11 degrees Leo? That's going to be even more of a personal interpretation for you. But let's just think about the different areas that we can feel pushed to exercise our individuality. It could be in how we raise our children. It could be, right, because Leo is that fifth house, right, ruled by the sun. It has to do with our children, our entrepreneurial endeavors. It has to do with sex. It has to do with love affairs. It has to do with relationships, not marital, but boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. How you guys connect on a Monday through Sunday, as they say, with your partner. What's your communication like? What do you guys do for fun? What's your intimacy like? Right? Because it has to do with sex, not the soul connection kind of sex, but the act of sex. And also anything that you love to do just because you love to do it. And what do you enjoy? And anything that you get into that you really want to grow. Well, you're looking at all of this and you're saying, yeah, I want that now. Oh, but there's tension here. You can't have it yet because something needs to be looked at a little more closely. That is the thing. That's the thing, because when the full moon occurs, we can suddenly burst forth with these proclamations and outpours that seem fresh and new, and simply because they're not fully rationalized yet. The full moon is going to illuminate feelings and attitudes and circumstances that are already in existence, but it's going to be bringing a lot of information that you may not realize yet needs to come to the surface. Now, this is a time of awakening. I'm not going to lie, guys. I like to keep it real with you guys. And August is going to be a real game changer. I don't want to say negative. I know a lot of people are putting that on their channel. It's like warriors and warring and It's not all bad. It's really not. I'm going to explain in a moment what I mean by that more specifically. It's necessary because we're literally, I'm not going to say this is the next like cycle. This is no, like seriously, like I think we kind of like closed the book to life as we knew it, and now we're starting volume 2. It's not even the next chapter. I feel like we're jumping into the next book here, right? So this really is a time of awakening to the need for others, to the need of others, or to answer, for many of us, to answer to some sort of humanitarian impulses. And we're going to be feeling this on very much of a global level, but also very much on a micro, interpersonal level. And this moon square to Uranus suggests that we should watch for prematurity and abrupt changes or rebellion. All right. I mean, I just think we have this square because we have these inconjuncts here. While these are opposing each other, we have Uranus and Taurus here. So what does all of that mean? Taurus is the landlord of the second house of resources. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, being different, doing different, how is that going to be connecting to things that you value? You know, you have to think about this. Your creativity, that's where the Leo sun hangs out, your creativity. It's being challenged by, you know, how can you be creative and make yourself stand out and all of that? But are you going to be able to do all of that and still maintain status quo in the area of things that you value, whether it's the money that you have, the resources, your family that you value? Will you have money to buy food that you value? Do you know what I mean? Like that's seriously, that's Taurus energy. But having Uranus in there, Uranus is all about the future. It's a trailblazer, and you're going to be pushed to do things differently. You just are. It's incredible. Now, this is going to happen at 11 degrees and 46 minutes of Aquarius, affecting people with personal planets and points at approximately 8 to 16 degrees of the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if you guys, you might be Gemini sun, but you know, depending on what your rising sign is, your moon sign, your Venus sign, you know, the most significantly, we're all going to be feeling it, but these areas are going to be feeling it most significantly. So that's going to be happening on the 3rd. Then on the 4th, we have Mercury going into Leo. I'm not mad at this. I'm really not. This is going to be in there until the 19th. And when Mercury's in Leo, our thinking is more confident, and I do like that now. We're very goal-oriented in this. You know, the bigger the goal, the better the goal, right? It's really about that. You're not really going to care about details right now. You're going to be just very caught up in the hoopla of everything. Very, very theatrical, right? Very Leo, very expressive right now. But the problem with this energy, and I think that's all good, but it's still a caveat. Sometimes our ears can break during this. Like we'll be like, oh, wait, I didn't hear that negativity, that, you know, negative Nancy doubter energy, whatever. I know what I want to do kind of thing. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're listening. You want to make sure you have the volume turned up on your ears, okay, just to avoid any potential issues. And then we have Venus in the North Node going into Cancer on the 7th, which I'm really happy about that, because then it gets out of this inconjunct with Neptune. So you're all going to be going into this Cancer energy, and we're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so confused about my security, about my home. What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I going to still live here? Am I going to sell? Am I going to buy? Am I going to relocate? Do I want to have a baby? Do I want to adopt? Do I want to move in with my partner? Do I want them to move in with me? You know, something to do with the home, roots, family, all of that. But you're going to be confused because we're coming out of this Neptune energy. All of that, though, being said, we're all going to be feeling that. All right, now more specific to Gemini. First of all, this Venus energy I just mentioned, you guys are going to be feeling that most profoundly in your second house of resources. So, you know, while it's going to be all of that, right, because it's going to be Venus in Cancer, feeling secure, everything, you guys are going to be like worrying about money. This is the thing, though, Gem. This is the thing. You can have money coming in this energy. But there's a little caveat, and I'm going to sort of do a little U-turn where I want to talk about squares that are going to be going on. Venus in the second is good. We like Venus in the second. This is fabulous. Venus loves our resources, things we value. Yeah, looks good for the money deal, looks good for what we're doing for career. Again, anything that we value is going to be sort of extra blessed in this energy. However, we do have some squares I want to talk to you about. Mars is going to be in the 11th, squaring Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in the 8th. Now, the 8th house has to do with other people's money. It has to do with investments. It has to do with passive income, inheritance. It also has to do with how we show up in relationship with other people. So how we blend with other. It has to do with how we blend in a business partnership as well. So it has to do with this idea of blending. The 8th house is a big house. It's a house of transformation. It is arguably the most challenging house. And we have these 3 retrograde planets in there. Thank you very much. Retrograding Mars, the warrior planet. So what does this even mean? All right. In that 8th house, having to do with transformation, having to do with, again, other people's money, resources, investments of any kind. You in business with somebody, all right? How is that business partnership going? Are you in a relationship? What's your partner's money like? How are you guys able to blend your monies together? How are you guys able to communicate together? Blend your lives together? And it's this idea of ending as an individual and really becoming more blended as a unit sort of thing, okay, having to do with business partnerships and relationships. And it also does have to do with realizing the power of investments and all of these other passive income and all of that. Now, this is the thing. It's happening in your 8th house, but that is where the release has to happen. The transformative release of past karma that's facilitated through the 11th house. So what's the 11th house? It has to do with your goals and your wishes and your friends and people you associate yourself with. If you guys have your own business and you have a business partner, this is like you needing to really look at how you do business with this business partner and see if it's still serving what you ultimately want. It's you really, maybe you need to release being in a relationship and you're really going to turn to your friends for support. That 11th house energy. Okay, but this is what I want you to understand though, because it's a money energy and that's where the release is happening. There's a transformative, sort of karmic release happening in the 8th house of investments. Don't take any really big risks right now. I would just wait, right? Because this energy is really going to kind of be through the start of October. Now, if something's already at play, no worries about it. If you have it in your mind and you know it's a good deal, go for it. If you have, your IRA and your 401 and you're like, oh my God, does this mean? No, that's not what this means. Let it all ride. But this is not a good good time for you to go into that little, no one ever heard of it stock, and dump a bunch of money in and take a chance. Like, it's not a good gambling energy is really what I want to say, okay? But it's still fine if you need to sell a home, if you're going to buy a home, as long as you're getting it at a good deal. It's a very static market right now, so just be careful, those of you, because I do know a lot of my Gemini viewers are doing a lot going on with real estate right now. Now, step away from that for a minute. The Galactic Center is going to be activating the South Node in Sagittarius in your 7th house of marriage partnerships, business partnerships, and close soul connections, okay? So this happens once every 19 years, and there's a release of karma here, again, and outdated beliefs. Now, for many of us, right, I'm a Gemini sun as well, the past can come back for closure or revisit, having to do with the 7th house energy. So an old business partner, an old relationship, or an old soul connection. That could even be a really good friend or family member who we shared a soul purpose with at one time. And it doesn't mean that we're getting back together with them or we are revisiting that full blown. For some of us, it will be that. For others of us, it will be a revisit for closure. For others of us, even past that, it could just be you're in a space of deep nostalgia, because we have all of these retrogrades going on. So very deep nostalgia, but in a way where the revisiting of it, even in your in your mind, it's going to be very healing. So this is a very healing energy, and who doesn't love that? So there you go, some positivity. Then we have the new moon in Leo with Mercury on the 18th in your 3rd house, and I like this because this is where the sun and the moon meet to communicate and create something that you've been thinking or feeling inside. So a seed is going to be planted here, and quite literally, I mean, this is, no joke here, like 6 to 9 months later, there's going to be this coming to fruition. So something is going to be planted now that's going to come to fruition in around 6 to 9 months. So beautiful manifesting energy for sure with this new moon energy. I really, really like it. So it's not all negative, guys. The squares are going to be tough, but they're so necessary. And whatever comes out on the other side is actually really going to be in our best interest. So let me toss this over there and let's get into pulling some cards. So we're going to use the Crystal Vision Tarot today. I will use these for, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to pull some Lenormand, you know, do a little outline of the energies. And we'll do a Celtic cross spread general. I'll interpret it for relationship and career. And then I'll pull 3 oracles at the end for love and 3 tarot in the upright for career, okay? Just to keep it fair. Because a lot of people are like, hey, you do a lot of relationship, not enough career. Interesting times we're in. I mean, I never get asked to do career so much, but it's the weird world that we're living in right now, and it's all different. I'm telling you, the world is going to feel different starting August 3rd. I mean, we all feel it already, but we all, don't you feel like you're on the cliff of something and we're just about to like jump off, be pushed off, you know, I don't even know how we're gonna, look at this Uranus, of course. Love it. 8th house, transformation. Don't we love when the astrology and it all just lines up? Aries, yes, ruled by Mars. Yup. Listen, there's newness here, guys. There's newness. Uranus, this energy supports you breaking through the boundaries of self-imposed limitations, Gemini, and building something brand new from the ground up. Ideas are going to be popping right now. They just are. And you really want to embrace that. These 8th house energies are going to be very prevalent for you. Relationship, how you blend with other resources, partnerships of all, you know, business partnerships as well. But transformation, your belief system in all of this is going to be changing. And you're going to be just getting on a whole new path. I mean, Aries is all about a fresh path and a fresh perspective. So I do like that. Okay, we have the stars. Love it. This is very destiny driven, this card. Very destiny driven. This really is focus on the North Star. Focus on your lucky stars. You have to get your ducks in a row, though. The birch broom, clover, beautiful. All right, those of you looking for love, this does indicate relationship. It indicates success in career. This indicates success in relationship in general. Then we have the mice. Something is gnawing at you. Okay, for some of you, if this has to do with, I'm not even going to just say career. You're going to know if this resonates with you. This could mean somebody stealing from you. Little bit at a time, little bit at a time, little bit at a time. So if you're in a business partnership, make sure you check your books, double check, triple check. If this is some sort of marital situation, is everybody being on the up and up with money? Okay, so that could be that. But having to do with you and only you, this is an indicator that something is just eating it. It's just troubling you, Gemini. It's troubling you. You have all of this. Okay, the birch room can indicate conflict for many of you, where you really have your eye on the prize of something, but you can be dealing with some sort of internal conflict. Right? Even just within yourself. But it is this need to get your ducks in a row. But it's so blessed here. But something is really, really troubling you. You really want to access this new beginning, this creativity, this, Gemini, I mean, the child card. This can quite literally mean, for some of you, the thing that's really bothering you is you want to have a child. Or the thing that's really troubling you is, even though you have these good energies moving forward, you're very concerned about one of your children. This can quite literally represent a child, okay, in the Lenormand, or any child in your life that you may be concerned about. This could also be the child in you. And when we think children, we think 5th house energy, right? Leo is the landlord, and any of the 5th house energies. So this could be you needing to get your ducks in a row to start a new business, because that would be 5th house energy. You getting your ducks in a row so that you feel open to start a relationship. You getting your ducks in a row so that you can bring this relationship to the next level, or do something that you really want to do, so that you can really tap into your creativity, tap into the child inside of you, to just feel lighter. Maybe you've been feeling very heavy lately, emotionally. You just want to feel lighter. So what is it that's eating at you, that's preventing you from feeling lighter about everything? I mean, I give all of those things because this is a general reading. Certainly it's not going to apply to all of you the same. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Crystal Vision Tarot for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, friends. Anything we need to understand? Give us a good reading, Spirit. Give us a good reading. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. All right, calm down. Three of Cups. We like that. Six of Pentacles. I'm not mad at it. I'll take that. Two of Cups in the recent past. Yeah, but what happened, Gemini? What happened? Six of Swords. Five of Cups. It's you right now. Feeling a little blue about something. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, something's troubling you, Gemini. You are... How do I say this? You are recognizing that something is not what you need it to be. Two of Cups energy here can indicate a new phase of a relationship, a new job. Okay, Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. So Venus is that trifecta of money, things we value, right? It's money, love, and self-esteem, self-value, right? And it's in Cancer where we, where we feel at home and we feel rooted and we feel safe. So this is the recent past. So that's a beautiful energy, right? Where you and someone else, where you were committing to each other. If it was a relationship, it was you committing to a job. It was you committing to a path. It was you committing to something, okay? It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. Then the situation right now, we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, this energy can be a couple of things. Well, first of all, it's always Moon in Aquarius. So Moon is I feel, and then Aquarius is out of the box and different. So it's often feeling one way inside, but acting another way on the outside. So this can be you being in a space feeling like you need to play someone at their own game. So this could be, even going back to the fact that we got the mice, if you suspect maybe that somebody's doing something shady within a connection, and it's like you think everything's kind of going okay, but all of a sudden you're getting these weird vibes, you feeling like you need to play them at their own game, that's going to resonate with some of you. For others of you, this could be you dealing with somebody who is acting one way and feeling differently inside, or this could just simply be you, where there's this mask being worn. Now, the mask could be, the thing is with the mask, it's funny energy in this way where it doesn't have to be malicious. It could be where the mask is on because there's confusion. And it's like, I don't know the answer yet, so I'm just going to keep doing this, even though I'm feeling all these other things inside. So that could be you, or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. It's being crossed, though, by the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius, right? So Venus in Aquarius is about doing something different, doing something out of the box to move into the future. And swords represent communication, reality, the truth, okay? So this does indicate, though, the need to look at the facts of the past, look at the situation, and ask yourself, can things ever be different than they've been going into the future, having to do with this job, with this connection, with this relationship? Is it ever going to be any different? Am I ever going to make the money that I really want to make? Am I ever going to feel the way that I really want to feel? Am I ever going to have that level of love that I'm really looking for? And the answer, when we have five indicates conflict. And swords are the harsh truth. And the answer is typically no. But it's like you know this, Gemini. You know this. Things are never going to be any different. It's just going to keep going right back to where that is. Whether that's that unhealthy situation at work, that family connection. You guys might have a great relationship. You may not resonate with it like that. Or it can be relationship. crowning energy, I mean, you just, Three of Cups is what you focus on. Mercury in Cancer. You just want to feel grounded and rooted, and you want to, celebrate. This is very celebratory vibe, celebrating with your friends, celebrating with family. This could be celebrating with a significant other. This could be in a space where you are celebrating. Now just keep in mind though, this is the situation. This is the crowning energy. Because the crowning energy can often just indicate simply what it is that you really want. Like it's what's in your higher mind, what you're focused on. You're focused on this. You want to feel grounded and rooted and just, but it just very, like in a very grounded and rooted way, right? A very grounded and rooted way. Now, some of you may be very focused on feeling very grounded and rooted, having to do with something regarding your siblings, regarding your extended family, okay? Because, Mercury does rule Gemini, which is the third house, okay? So it could be that. It could be a lot of you are very focused on learning something new that's going to help to bring you a new level of security, maybe a workshop, some sort of webinar, taking a class, some sort of educational pursuit, anything like that. Others of you could be really focused on your health right now, right? Because Mercury also rules Virgo, which is the sixth house of health. You're very focused on establishing a new day-to-day work environment for yourself. It could be one or two of these things. It could be all of them. It's going to be different for all of you. But these are things that are just very on your mind. And at the foundation, the Six of Pentacles, because you want to feel like, you want to feel secure. This is Moon in Taurus. You want to feel, Moon is I feel. Taurus is a secure energy, right? It's very grounded, it's very rooted, it's a pentacle energy, it's ruled by Venus. So you're really about really wanting to feel secure. Now, if you're in a relationship, this could be, you feeling very sort of like a celebratory vibe, having to do with relationship, feeling I got their back, they have mine, we're in a good space, but yet I'm feeling this level of unrest. I'm feeling this thing that doesn't feel right to me. And I'm scared that it's never going to be any different than it is right now. So some of you may be relating with it like that, right? With those center energies. Yeah, because look, Gemini, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is focusing on the three cups that are spelt and not seeing the two that are standing up. So this is about disillusionment and disappointment and focusing on the negativity of a situation, quite frankly. I mean, it really is not being able to expand your focus of something. It's great disappointment and disillusionment, though, at the same time. Now, the energy external to you is a Page of Cups. Now, some of you may be in a space, though, where as a Page of Cups can mean a new offering of a relationship, external energy. This could mean you, as a general energy, you feeling like you just want something new. And you don't want to feel this thing that is nagging at you, this thing in the mice energy, whatever is gnawing at you. If it's the relationship, if it's that job, there's something deeply bothering you, Gemini. But it's like a gnawing over time, and it's not stopping. And you're realizing with this Five of Swords energy, with the Seven of Swords, it's not going to change, and you're feeling very disappointed about it. So you may just be surrounded by the energy here of there being this new cycle of something that you really love and you would feel connected to. Dreaming about that new job, dreaming about a new day-to-day work environment, dreaming about that new relationship for some of you. For others of you, this can be quite literally somebody coming in and offering a new relationship to you, somebody coming in and offering you a new job that really resonates with you. Your fear here, though, is the King of Cups. So just kind of interesting, right? Because the King of Cups, this is Libra and Scorpio. And it's like you are, Libra rules relationships. And Scorpio is all about transformation. So this is interesting because it's like, I'm feeling like some of you are, Okay, I'm getting a couple of things. I feel like some of you are afraid of the transformation because you're not sure what that even means. Some of you are feeling like you need to get out of a connection because you're not feeling fulfilled anymore. And it may not necessarily be because of your partner. It just may be because you're changing and you're feeling called. You know, it's all about you guys. You know, the Gemini's the North Node right now. There's going to be a lot of change that's going to be going on. So you could just be afraid of that change. For others of you, yeah, but yet you're afraid to make, you're just scared to make that change. For others of you, you're scared that there's not going to be change. You know, you're scared that you know you need it to be different, but it's never going to be different. And you're very focused on that and very aware of that. And then as the outcome energy, we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is an interesting energy I'm feeling here because, you know, it's the card of lack, but I'm feeling like a lot of you don't feel like you're heard or you're valued in the way that you would like to be valued. You just don't feel the level of connection that you'd like to feel to that job, to that relationship, to that family connection, whatever it is. You're just generally feeling in the space of lack. But this is the thing with the Five of Pentacle energy is, like, even in this card, like, a lot of us know the Five of Pentacle energy as being like the two characters walking past the stained glass windows of the church, where they're focused on the fact that they're cold and tired and hungry, not even recognizing that they could just walk into the church and get warm and get a meal and whatever they need to do. She is just focused on what she doesn't have, and she's not noticing, because it's like dark where she is, right? She's not even noticing the light right behind her. All she has to do is turn around. So there's more support and there's more positivity surrounding you right now, Gemini, than you realize. As I feel like you're very focused on the negativity of something rather than on the solutions of something or how something can change. Because this is the thing, the changes that you need to make, because this karma is going to be burning off, is going to feel so uncomfortable. It's so necessary. Please allow it. We're all going through it. But it's like there's going to be this resistance. And the only thing that I could say to you is please let it happen. You know, let it happen. Yeah, Six of Swords. You are. I mean, you're Mercury in Aquarius. So, I mean, really, this is like a moving away from, you know, something that was toxic in order for you to move into your future, right? Because it's Mercury in Aquarius. So, you know, again, Mercury rules Gemini. It's about learning something new. So you're going to be learning something new to walk into your future away from something that you consider to be toxic, or that has just generally been toxic. You don't want to think of it as toxic. You don't, but you do, because for you it has been. So this is leaving something behind because it's just too toxic. Now, this is a minor arcana, you know, so truly this could be just a really weird time that you're going through in relationship. This could be a really weird time that you're going through in your job. It's going to be different for each of you. So we really go for the general energies of this, but let's pull a few love oracles. Let's pull 3. Let's see what they say. Okay, surrender. At times we must surrender the old. This is what we're talking about, right? Yes. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. That's called, like, that's an open enemy kind of thing. And this is such 8th house energy that we're getting here. And then friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Yes, guys, this is about Leo energy here. All right. Yeah. You know what? The best of us do that sometimes. You don't know you're doing it till you're done doing. The cards are just having their own life here today. You know, about projecting things on other people. All right, let's pull a couple of cards for career. couple of chakra tarot. King of Wands, yes, I like it. Very nice. Cancer and Leo, who doesn't like that? Eight of Wands. And the Star, Aquarius, all about the future. King of Wands. I like this because this is Cancer and Leo. So you're going to feel, you're going to have a lot of fire in your belly to get involved in something, and it's going to really make you feel, end up helping you to feel very grounded. So really great. Now we do have the Eight of Wands here. Now this is a Mercury in Sagittarius, right? So Mercury is all about this, you know, thinking. And it's in Sagittarius, which is about moving forward with integrity, moving forward towards luck and expansion. So I do see you moving, having to do with your career. You're going to be doing something different, Gemini. You're going to be, if it's not a new path and it's not a new career, it's going to be a new approach. There's newness here for sure. And it's great because this is going to be defining your future here. We have the Star. The Star is an Aquarius energy. So how funny, right, that we have this, because this is what the full moon is going to be in. So we have the blessing of the Seven Sisters with the Star. And this is all about healing what needs healing so that there's a clear path to the future. You know, and it's about the releasing, just kind of washing things away and just saying, you know what, it happened. Let me just like let it go and focus on moving forward. Focus on moving forward. So 3 good cards for career. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. And yeah, I mean, this is just for the first week. So I will see you guys next week. Have an awesome, awesome full moon. Plant those seeds of intentions, you know, do your thing on that full moon. See you guys next time. Take care.